I like your sweater.
We on it? Thank you, Carol. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and that notification bell so that you can get all of the new videos when they're uploaded. We do try to do that once a week, so stay tuned for all the new exciting things that's coming up. I am here today in the beautiful home of my paternal grandmother. I won't say her age because she doesn't like it when I do that. But my beautiful grandmother has been around for a long time, and I'm here. I'm here because I feel like I get a lot of my art and my design inspiration from her. A lot of it also comes from my mother. My mother designs a lot in her home as well, and we'll view her home on a different day. But today I wanted to just, I guess, pay homage to where I get my inspiration and the skill from, which I feel comes strongly from my grandmother. Her and I share a lot of the same tastes. There's things in her home that I absolutely love. There's things that I've bought for her that she has in her home that I knew if I liked it, she would like it as well, and vice versa. So Granny, we just want to talk today about art and design and where you get your art and design inspiration from. I know you talk to us a lot about the meaning of art. Tell us more about that, the word art and where it comes from.
Well, the word art is derived from the word artificial.
Okay,
that
sense.
Means everything made by man is art.
Wow.
So it's artificial. It is nature. It's not nature.
Not nature.
Man is inspired by nature.
Wow.
And so this is called art.
Now that's something that I didn't know. I don't know if you guys out there knew that, but just to give a little bit of history, Granny, my grandmother is actually, she was a child prodigy. She not only knows art, she's very good at music as well. She actually made sure that all of us actually took music class, her grandchildren. We took piano lessons and things just to encourage more of our artistic mind and that side of the brain. You know, it's a different side of the brain that you use, right, Granny?
Right.
People who are, you know, artistic and designers and things of that nature. You want to talk a little bit more about that? Like explain to me, how are you able to pick out somebody that you knew as an art teacher, because she did teach art? How were you able to tell what was talent and what was not talent?
Well, if a person just drew spontaneously without having a copy, right away I knew the child was creative. Create his own ideas. And I always inspired my students, or tried to inspire them to be creative and not copy from someone else.
Wow, that makes a lot
of course,
sense.
most of us get our ideas from, you know, great artists and nature itself.
That's true. That's true. I do find that when I'm decorating homes, I do tend to lean more towards natural materials, natural woods, and gems and things that are created from nature. I guess that is
correct.
I guess that's why I like to lean more towards that, and I never even thought about that inspiration and where it comes from.
Right.
But that does make a lot of sense. Another fun fact, my grandmother actually, Granny, weren't you the one who introduced the music program for Xavier University?
No, I just asked why we didn't have music, and so eventually they brought the curriculum in.
Yeah, well, it took for somebody to...
Same way with art.
Notice that. Really? Tell me about that.
Well, they didn't have formal art teachers when I went to Xavier.
Really?
And finally they started making it they made it a formal subject.
Wow.
And we called it art education.
That's right.
And included other subjects related to art.
Wow.
You know, in the curriculum.
That's fascinating, actually. That's actually fascinating. I don't know if you can see in the camera view, but Granny has a beautiful home that she decorates herself. No designer needed. She also has an art studio. Do you mind, Granny, if we walk around and you talk to us about some of the inspirations that you
junk room now.
It's not a junk room.
It is.
Okay. Well, you can pull something out and show it to us.
What is it you want to see?
Just something, any paintings that you've recently done, maybe, that And what inspired you to do them?
It's juggling.
Alice, you can pause. And let's talk about this, Granny. So this is
just
a painting.
Right. This is a floral motif that I designed.
With watercolors, right?
Watercolors. That's my favorite medium. Watercolors.
Really?
Because it's spontaneous. You know, I don't...
So why is that your favorite medium over oil?
Because I said it's spontaneous. You can just mix it so fast.
You can mix it so fast. So wherever the mind takes you.
Right. And here's another one of an old plantation.
Wow.
I made a design out of an old woman and some gourds.
So what are the gourds?
Gourds. They're just plants that grow trees.
They hold water?
No.
No, they don't hold water? Okay.
But you can, they used to make dippers out of them.
Okay.
Different things.
And then over here is my aunt. Actually, this is one of her daughters that she painted in watercolors.
Right, that's my oldest daughter. Did a watercolor.
That is a beautiful, beautiful.
And I used to do a lot of, yes, I used to do a lot of students at Xavier University. Just be sitting around drawing.
I remember one time we were on a flight going to Houston, and on the flight
I had a memory of my grandmother painting on the fly while we were on a flight going to Houston to one of the parks. She just happened to turn around and stare at me, and I looked back at her and looked down in her lap, and she was doing a sketch of my face, and I just thought that was the most awesome thing there.
What I like about it is the way you express yourself. It looks like a photo. It actually looks like, yes, it looks like someone took a photo. And just to know that you did this with just water and paint in your hands and your mind.
Notice the subject matter is just tools. You know, old jugs.
Absolutely.
People like things like that, old water can.
Right, and even today, these jugs are expensive to buy for.
They are.
Yes, for art and decorating.
Wait a minute, really?
Oh, no. No, no, no. Well, I find when I go to buy some just to decorate homes, they're very expensive. That's a beautiful one too, the water fountain.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
One of my friends home in Abita Springs, she liked flowers. Notice that she surrounded her. She had the woods behind her.
That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's a beautiful painting with, this is focusing on the wildlife in Louisiana.
Right. Wildlife in the swamp. It's a swamp. Egrets.
I've seen it a while ago. So what inspired you to start painting that? Do you remember?
The way I was brought up, and I was brought up. My grandmother had a plantation home, and there was she had like a small river across the street from where she lived in New Roads, Louisiana, out in the country.
Yeah, she brought us out there. It's beautiful. I've seen the house that you grew up in.
And I like that. I like that type of environment, country environment, water.
That brings back happy memories for you.
It does.
It's a beautiful painting. That's good, Granny. I just wanted to just talk more about where you get your inspiration, where your inspiration is pulled from.
Okay, my inspiration is pulled from nature. Most artists is inspired by nature.
So sometimes you just sit and just an idea comes to you?
Yeah, if I walk around and I see it.
You still recording? So this is how brilliant my grandmother is. This is actually when this house was built, when she had this house built, this was a bedroom. And she decided that she was going to use this as her living room because this bedroom was not necessary for just her. And at the time, her and my grandfather. So she and my grandfather also. I also correct people when they're speaking, and this is where I get it from. Sidebar. So I thought this was genius because if you didn't know that this would be a bedroom, you wouldn't know. It's just set up like a beautiful living room. But this is just a room that is housing all of her, not all, but much of her artwork. Beautiful, beautiful paintings. This is all done by my grandma. Roses. Love them.
And I like the swamp scenes too. I like a lot of swamps in Louisiana. And I like that scene with the egrets.
Picture perfect.
See the egret?
Yes, beautiful.
Flying.
It's beautiful, Granny. The boats.
Boat scene needs to be fixed. It's falling away. I have to fix it.
Okay. And this one? Tell us about
that's
this
an
one.
old bone. I think old bones, I always felt they were interesting.
Absolutely.
Right here.
Yes, I like him.
And I like that too. The way the leaf envelops the vines.
Beautiful. You chose that?
Something I picked up at the 10 cent store years ago. Just sit here and relax on this bench.
It's beautiful.
It's a pretty car. Who's that for?
That's my car.
Oh,
It's dirty.
Clean it like that out. I'm going to put some red grape syrup in the bowl in here. I like this design here.
Yes, love it.
I'm going to put some more flowers in the back. I'm going to put plants all around here.
Beautiful.
Y'all ate already? I didn't cook. I haven't even had breakfast.
Well, I brought you some soup that I made.
Oh, you did?
I did, Granny. It's on
Nice.
the counter.
Oh, what kind of soup? What's that you're doing?
Picking up
the dog.
the dog's poop.
Yeah.
So that nobody steps in it.
Where you gonna put it?
In the trash. You can throw it out.
Look at him looking around. Look. Come back. Come this way. What's his name?
Landon.
Landon, come this way. Don't you like the puffy plants?
Yes, I want
How
those.
cold? How you have some?
I want some in my garden.
I don't know where I got them from.
When?
Take some and give you some. Take a piece and stick it in the bowl, you know?
And they'll grow?
Water it. Oh, he's cute. Chilly, huh?
Feels good.
Alex looks like Michael.
Hmm?
He looks a lot like Michael.
Yes, he looks, yes. Every bit of him. Mm-hmm.
Get some. They have some too.
Beautiful.
Still get some. Don't you like that plant right there?
I love that.
Like a a spider. I didn't. Oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video of me and my grandmother and some bits of my son helping me out. We enjoyed that beautiful day so much. We walked around the rest of her garden and in the backyard, and we just really enjoyed that time that we spent with her. And I'm glad that you guys took the time to watch this video. I have more moments to share. I just didn't want it to be too long, but I just like sharing where my design inspiration comes from. And I just enjoy my grandmother so much. You guys have a safe rest of the week, rest of this crazy year, and I look forward to sharing some more things. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.